Good morning. Hope all the listeners are enjoying their Sunday morning. This is the one and only Heather from Radio 88.9 FM, and today we have a very special guest on our show. Meet Billy. He is one of the very few survivors of the war. We are very lucky and glad to have you here for a quick interview, Billy.
Well, thanks for having me here, Heather. I consider myself to be very lucky to be on this radio talk show as I can raise awareness about the war and its devastating effects.
To start off, Billy, tell us something about your experience of the war.
The war isn't fun. It looks bad from the outside, but it's worse when you become a part of it. War only looks good to the people that aren't a part of it. No one hates war like a soldier hates war, to be honest. We, as soldiers, know how harsh it really is. Watching your friend die right beside you isn't fun, and what makes it worse is that you can't even do anything about it. War is declared by the elder but fought by the youth. How's that fair? In short, war is not the answer to anything in this world except death.
You seem to have a really bad experience of the war. All right, Bill. The next question asked by our audience is, what did you go through after the war? In other words, how were you mentally and emotionally after the war ended?
People think after a war ends, everything is fine. That's definitely not true. After war ends, the soldier goes through a lot of mental stress and a lot of physical injuries. In my case, the memories of war kept coming back to me every day. I had nightmares of the war almost every night. I couldn't sleep peacefully. I couldn't eat peacefully. I couldn't work peacefully. The war memories had scared me for life. I think you already know this, Heather, but I went through a big shock due to the war, and it ended in me getting diagnosed with PTSD. Yup.
Just letting the audience know, PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorder, which is common in soldiers that come from an event such as war. Okay, time for a quick commercial break. We will be back shortly after this commercial break. Stay tuned as we will ask Billy a lot more questions.
Little cricket,
Ooh, when I get so hungry,
little cricket,
I could almost eat a donkey.
little cricket,
I really got to munch it.
little cricket,
I want a lots of lunchy for a sandwich or a Twinkie or something cold to drink it.
cold to drinky.
No, you're supposed to say little cricket, fool.
Little cricket fool,
No, little cricket, dummy.
little cricket dummy. Little cricket all over South Carolina.
Welcome back. All right, Billy. Now here's a final question for you. And this is my favorite. There have been rumors about how you don't really care about your family, and how their death doesn't affect you. Is that true?
No, that is definitely not true, but yes, I am not as emotional towards someone's death now as I used to be before the war. The war changed my thinking. Everyone's gonna die one day or another, so it really doesn't make a huge difference to me now.
Oh, that's reasonable. I want to ask you so much more about the war, but our time is limited. I hope you come on our radio show again, as we still have a lot more to discover about war and hear some more war stories. Thanks for coming, and I just want you to know that the entire world is proud of your bravery.
Thanks, Heather. It was really nice sharing some of my stories, and yet I would definitely like to come on this show again.